Jim Snell in the United States of America. In this video, I'm working on a very early Pro engine, 2002 early production. The video is filmed in July of 2016. This bike was never updated, and finally the operator impacted a rock with the shifting pedal and damaged the shift mechanism. On some of these very early 2002 engines, like this one, there was a clearance problem, and it was related to how the sand cast magnesium case set was positioned for final CNC machining. If not perfectly aligned in the CNC jig, this one very critical area of the case would interfere with the outer travel points of the shift return spring pieces. A simple modification of the casting to relieve this area cures the problem, using a Dremel tool. After this was realized back then, the CNC program was simply modified to include the extra relief machining on the sidewalls of this area on the castings of the case. The early shift drum itself also had some problems with the pathways for the shifting forks. As the forks travel inside the channels on the drum, there was some resistance and conflict of the three forks as they worked together in unison. The drum was modified to make these curvatures of the channels not as tight and to more precisely control the manufacturing process of the drum. The forks, the shifting forks, still follow in the channels, and they still arrive at the same positions for each gear that is selected. But the more gradual curves allow the forks to move more freely, which makes for less effort at the shift pedal as well as a more precise gear selection. All of these updates seen in this video can be done to improve the performance of the transmission and clutch on these older bikes. Thank you for watching. Working on a very early 2002 Pro today. Has the early drum, that shifting drum that had the really tight curvatures that kind of made it a little difficult to shift. Had a bent spring and wheel, early return spring mechanism, and it had never had the cases modified either, and so that it was having shifting problems. I don't know if you can see here, but right down here where I'm pointing, I've relieved that a little bit, and then up there you can see here now I have all my gears. I've had this all apart and looked at everything else. You can see that's going all the way down into that relieved area. That's first, and I have my neutral, second, very nice, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, back down, fifth, fourth, third, second, first, neutral, second click. That's when the wheel goes into to prepare to move to the next gear. So when it got here, it only had first, second, and third gear. Now I've got it. Crazy, I hadn't worked on one of these really early ones for, wow, a long time. So with that little case modification right there, and the newer parts, and the shifting drum, and the newer shift mechanism and spring and everything, it should actually work better than it ever has. July 26th, 2016.